Hey everyone, Cary here with Ask Kolat presented by RUDIS. If you have any questions, please leave them at the bottom of this video or tweet them at me or tweet them at RUDIS and they'll get them to me somehow. The week I had following the NCAA Championships, one of the questions I got is, can you build competitiveness? Well, first of all, I think that's a quality. I think everybody's born with it, right? Some have a more of a fire than others. And I think as a coach, though, coaching Division I athletes or even coaching high school athletes, if you're in the sport, there's some kind of competitiveness to you. My job is to bring it out as much as I possibly can. So, for us, we look at it as a picture of our guys and say, how do we get them grouped up? How do we get them all on the same page? And there's different ways to do that kind of stuff, one way is, we always, tell our guys, look, man, it's us versus everyone else. That is how we approach it, us versus everyone else. And that's how we're going to attack the arena. And we attack the arena when we get to a competition. We start with the psychological battle, from the weigh-in. Step on the scale. Don't look fatigued. Don't look like you've cut any kind of weight. Look solid. Look like you're ready to go. You get a chance to make eye contact with your opponent. Make eye contact. Don't look away. That's the psychological part. It starts before the competition even begins. On the handshake, maybe you take more of the mat up than that guy. Don't let him meet you in the center. Meet him across the mat and shake hands. Start owning the venue that you're in. And then the handshake before you actually, start that competition. Make sure that it's a handshake that doesn't get you in trouble with the official, but you let that guy know you're here to do business. I mean, that's competitiveness. We'll drive it out certain ways by, basically saying if it's a rival, hey, they don't like us, we don't like them. And in today's world, everybody wants to be politically correct. And we always talk about sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is wrestling. Things that are outside the bounds, punching some guy or yelling profanity at him. We don't condone any of that stuff. That's nothing that we want our program to represent. But what I want my program to represent, or the guys that we're coaching, is that, hey, we're here to do business, man. It's us versus you, and in the heat of competition, I mean, it's a fight, it's a battle, it's a war, it's a match, it's all those things. It's, psychological. It's from getting your fans, getting your fans riled up to where they're supporting you and staying within the boundaries of, ethical sportsmanship, but getting them involved to make the environment maybe hostile to the opposing team that comes in. I mean, that I look at my job in all those areas and say these are all the things that need to go on, from the fan base to the weigh-in to the handshake to controlling the mat to getting an official to make calls because you put him under stress. I mean, right? So my job is to look at it as like this big battlefield that's happening. Now, if I can create this battlefield and I can get my guys all saying it's us versus them, well, then you start to get this competitive nature where nobody wants to go down because the guy before him didn't go down. And probably some people were afraid to say that, right? In this politically correct world that, we all live in. But to sit here and say that when our opponents walk into the arena that we have a lot of love for them, it'd be crazy. That is not the case. It's a match. It's a duel, but during that time period, I'm not really concerned about the other team, and I don't want my guys concerned about the other team, and I don't want the other team feeling comfortable, and I don't want my guys to allow their opponents to be comfortable, and that has to start with the leadership in the program. If you're okay, saying, hey, let's go out and do our best, then you're probably going to get that. But if you don't start, getting in their heads and saying, hey, they're here to beat us. They're here to say that they work harder. Their coaches are here to say that they've trained you better. I take it really personal. I always tell my guys, I take it personal when we lose as a team or my guy loses as an individual. I'm sitting here saying that other coach in his mind is saying, I'm a better coach than you. I take that very personal. And my guys, I tell them, you should be taking it. If a guy beats you, he's basically saying he's worked harder than you. He deserves it more. And I don't believe that, and I wouldn't let them believe that. So that's one way, I attack competitive nature. Has to be in the guy, but as the leader of the program, the venue, the weigh-in, the handshake, the fans, anything that we can control to give ourselves an advantage, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go with it within the ethical bounds. I'm not a cheater. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in punching somebody in the face. I don't believe in any of that stuff. But I believe in solid, fundamental, technical wrestling, and I'm going to control the environment. And it's a psychological, battle as much as it is a physical battle. And competitiveness starts from the time you enter the arena and doesn't end till you get on the bus and you're going home. Again, keep the questions coming. Hopefully you're getting something out of it. And again, keep the questions coming at me, and I'll answer as many as I can for you. Thanks, and have a good week.